Hola! Welcome to another vlog. I just wanted to say that this is now Sunday evening. It's the last clip that I'm filming of this vlog. And I just filmed how I found my job in marketing in Barcelona in less than a month after being laid off. So if you're not interested in my day-to-day life, you can just skip it and go to the end of the video where I'm going to be sharing the strategy I followed. Enjoy it. Hello ladies, welcome to another vlog. Today is Monday and it's bittersweet Monday. I'll tell you why. Bitter part, I just dropped off Stefano at the airport. As I told you in the last vlog, he's going to be gone from Barcelona for 3 months. Yep. He's going to be working in Italy for these 3 months and I'm planning to visit him. He's going to be working half of the time in Rome and half of the time somewhere in Toscana. And at some point I'm going to go and visit him, hopefully in Rome and in Toscana. So of course I'm feeling super sad that he's going to be gone for that long. It's happened before because his job requires to move around quite a lot. He works in cinema, that's why. And I'm just going to miss him a lot because I love him a lot and he always cooks for me. He always cuddles me every night and he's very supportive with me and I really enjoy having him in my day-to-day life. But it's all right, it's for a job, it's a great opportunity for him. So I'm happy for him and also he's going to be able to see his family more often and I'm happy for that for him too. But I'm sad, of course. On the bright side, now I'm in my hometown and today is San Juan. And San Juan in Barcelona, it's a thing. It's a night where we party and there are a lot of fireworks, which is very nice, but not that nice that, for example, I have 4 cats in my mother's place and some fireworks are already going on and I see the cat they are hiding behind the couch inside the house, so I'm kind of sad for them. I just think I'm going to close them inside the house so they cannot run away and, I don't know, maybe be involved in some kind of accident. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope the animals don't suffer too much because I used to have a dog like when I was younger and he would always panic this night and it's very sad for them, but it's a tradition. Although I'm not firing fireworks, other people will be and I cannot make this change. I'm going to try to enjoy the night. Plus, it's one of my favorite nights with my best friend. I'm going to my best friend's house. She's my best friend from high school. It's 3 of us. and we've always celebrated San Juan together in this friend's house. Very randomly, but not surprising from her, she learned how to DJ some years ago. It's going to be the first night that I'm going to listen her play, and I think that that's going to be very fun. So I'll start getting ready. I'll set this here so I can see myself. Yes. So another amazing thing that happened today. Oh my God, I cannot see properly, but this is going to melt anyway, like soon. Doesn't matter if it's not perfect. Little bit in the eyes. Oh my God, I cannot see a thing. All right, so something else that happened today. As I told you in the last vlog, I was laid off from my corporate job some weeks ago. And that was very hard on me because I did not get any bad feedback. It was just a matter of numbers. And I understood why they had to fire me and other people after me. But of course, being a person that puts a lot of effort in everything that I do, it made me feel quite bad and quite anxious for a few days. Anyways, I took action. I'm going to tell you more deeply about this the next days. But I started looking for a job. I followed the same strategy that I did last year to find this other job that I had, and it worked out. So I'm going to share that with you, and I hope it can help you land a job in Barcelona if that's what you're looking for. So the thing that happened today is that I received a call from one of the companies that I was interviewing with, and I wasn't expecting the call today because the guy told me that he would be calling me on Thursday or Friday, because last week I sent a follow-up email and he called me afterwards telling me that he was interviewing other people, but he had liked me a lot, me and another guy, and he needed to make a final decision, but this week he had still other interviews, so he had to wait. So I received this call today and I was very shocked. And he said, look, we've canceled the other interviews that we had and we couldn't decide between you and the other guy. And we like you both, and we think that you two have very complementary roles or backgrounds. So they decided to hire us both. So I'm very happy for me, of course, and for this other guy that they are going to be hiring. So we are both getting hired as marketing specialists. Okay, I cannot see a thing. Oh my God, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. Sorry about this. Oh my God, I applied a lot of this. Oh, that's too much concealer. Okay, I just went inside to set the concealer because I really cannot see anything in this phone. So I just went inside to use a real mirror. Anyway, what I was saying is that they called me and he told me that if I want, I'm going to start the 7th of July. And I'm very excited about this opportunity. I really liked the company, and that's it. Great news. Now some mascara. How do people do this? Oh my God, I hope it's not bad. So I'm going to be starting 7th of July. And as I said, I'm going to share everything that I did to find a job with only a month of unemployment. So getting a job plus being today San Juan and Stefano being gone, that's the reason why this Monday is a little bit bittersweet. But life is life. I'm not putting any concealer on my blemishes, on my breakout, because I'm going to sweat it off in 30 minutes because it's crazily hot. And also because my friend has a pool in the house, so we're going to have a bath or something at some point of the night. And it just doesn't make sense, to put on concealer and then it's going to go away. No, I don't like it. Plus, the more makeup that I put on my blemishes to try to hide them away, it's going to make them worse. So be it. I have blemishes, I have a breakout, I have my period, this is what it is. I'm just going to style them, and that's it. Bueno, me como mis palabras. I know I just said that I wouldn't apply concealer on my blemishes, but I prefer not feeling self-conscious at the party and having this breakout for a couple of days more. But going to the party and instead of enjoying it, just thinking about if the other people are looking at my at my blemishes or if they are just talking to me. So I chose easy today. And I'm going to pack everything and leave before the supermarket closes because as they say in Naples, si bussa con I piedi. That means that when you go to someone else's house, you never go empty-handed, but you have to knock with your foot because you are bringing something. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to buy some aperitivo, some snacks, maybe some tortilla de patatas, so we can have a full stomach before start drinking. I'm not very excited, I have to say, about drinking, the drinking part. It's like, I'm excited about going to a party and enjoying time and spending some time with my friend, seeing her play and everything, but I don't know if I just got old or if my stomach got worse, but every single time that I drink, like a cocktail, or as we say in Spain, un cubata, the day after, my stomach is crazy, it hurts, I'm bloated, and it's just not worth it. So, am I going to drink? Am I not? I don't know. Maybe a couple of beers, of glasses of wine. I just know that I have to be very, very moderate with alcohol intake, as my body doesn't tolerate it at all. So that's it for today. I hope I can show you some clips of the night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Very quick thing before I leave, just so you know how kind my boyfriend is. As he knows that I always get sunburn, yesterday in the shooting I got completely sunburned in my shoulders. He went today to buy some croissants in the morning, and I did not have oat milk at home, and I asked him if he could bring some. And he came back with the oat milk, of course, and with a lip balm with SPF. How mindful is that of him? Because he knows that sometimes my lips also get burned. If I'm not wrong, like 3 weeks ago, I ran a race, and when I came back, I said, like, look at my lips. It's like I'm wearing lipstick because they were super red. And I told him, it's because I got sunburned, like my lips are burned completely. So he saw this and thought of me and got me lip balm with SPF. Isn't that cute? Okay, now yes, I'm leaving. Ciao, ciao.
La Caroline con la C, pero es que
Hello, ladies. I hope you're doing well. It's Wednesday evening and I'm just having some dinner by myself. I want to update you what I've been doing these days because I haven't vlogged too much. So last time I vlogged, it was just before going to the party at my friend's house for San Juan. The party was great, but I think that I've grown and I don't really have that much fun, or I don't have that strength to stay awake until late at night. So around 3 or something like that, I just was too tired and left. Anyway, it was fun. We celebrated with some friends and also with some friends of the little brother, the younger brother. We've always done it like that, mixing friends, which is fun. But I realized that we've grown because around 3 when we started playing some game, and it was the best of the night for me, all the younger boys were like, okay, now we're going to the club. And I was like, it's 3:30 a.m. I'm not going anywhere if it's not my bed. So I just left and went home. But it was alright, and I got to spend some time with my best friend who doesn't live in Barcelona. I always see her once every month, so that was alright. Yesterday when I woke up, I just had a coffee at my favorite bar in my hometown and then took the train to Barcelona because I just wanted to come home and organize the house because it was a little bit chaotic, and organize and plan these upcoming 2 weeks before starting the new job. Anyway, when I was walking home, I walked by a mall and decided to go inside Zara and H&M to check on summer clothes because since I moved to Barcelona, I haven't been as active as I used to be in Naples. So I went from average 8 workouts a week to 1. So obviously my body changed and I gained some sizes. So my summer wardrobe does not fit me anymore, and literally I have nothing to wear, and it's crazily hot in Barcelona. It's not toasty, it's not slightly warm. No. I feel that I'm in heaven. I'm melting every day. It's 30 plus degrees. I need clothes to survive this summer. So I went into Zara and then to H&M just to check a little bit. I showed you some clips from the changing room from Zara, but I didn't vlog inside H&M because I just got too many clothes and I had no battery. So I'm just going to do a little haul for you tomorrow or after tomorrow so you can see what I finally got. But I'll just say that I'm very happy with what I got. Walking home, I called my yaya, my nonna, which is my grandma, to tell her about the good news of the job, that I got a job, and she was just super happy, and then spent the rest of the day organizing the house, then cleaning a little bit and planning these 2 weeks. I was supposed to go running in the evening, but I was just so tired, maybe because I hadn't slept well or maybe because I was slightly hungover. So I just ended up going this morning. The run was great, even though I have to admit that I have to wake up earlier if I want to run in the morning. I went at 9, so around 10 I finished, and it's just way too hot. Anyway, when I was coming home, I stopped by my favorite cafe and had a coffee, and then went to Mercadona, which is like the biggest supermarket chain here in Spain, to get enough groceries for 1 week so I can do some batch cooking. This way I don't have to be thinking about what I'm going to eat, and I make sure that I have some nutritious food without having to waste a lot of time. So fun fact, I got a little bit carried away and I got way too many groceries, so I had to borrow a shopping cart and come home walking with that in the street because I just couldn't lift everything. Or maybe I could have, but then my back would hurt, so no, I just borrowed it. I left everything at home and then went back to the supermarket and gave back the shopping cart. This afternoon, I've been working on one of my freelance jobs, the one that I showed you the shooting from last week, because we are going to be launching soon the website, and I have to make sure that everything is on point. So what I'm doing actually is like checking all the copies from the website, seeing if the copies that are now written are aligned with the brand tone or if they are not, and also checking all the small changes that we've been doing in the several categories to see that everything is correct and make sure that everything is correct, as well as checking all the design things and tell the developer the small changes that still need to be done. Anyway, I had to stop because I was meeting a friend who's back from LA and go to pole dance class. So tomorrow I think I'm going to be spending some time working on that project because in the afternoon we have a meeting. So yeah, I have to do that. But I hope that I can also film the Zara H&M Haul to show you what I got. And if not, I'm going to do it on Friday. I'm currently feeling pretty tired because I went running this morning and then I went to pole dance class this afternoon. And I just feel a little bit exhausted. But I think that now when I finish dinner, I'm going to go and edit a little bit of the vlog because now the temperature is more or less bearable and I can focus because during the day it's just way too hot. Literally, I had like 3 cold showers today. I'm not lying. I just hope that autumn comes soon. Honestly, I think I'm just not built for summer and for this weather. Not at all. But whatever. I'll see you tomorrow and good night. Good morning, ladies. Today I woke up just in time for a coffee with some friends. And now I want to show you what I got from Zara and H&M. Very fast because I have a lot of stuff to do today, but I promise you so. To start with, I got this t-shirt. It's kind of linen blend and it's very fresh. I think it's cute and I can go to the office with this once I start working. And I don't know, I just think it's very versatile. It's white, so it pairs with everything, and it was quite cheap. So next one, I got this similar shaped top. It's super light and the color fits my skin, so I don't know, it was just easy and it was on sale, so I just got it. And I also got these shorts, which definitely need to be ironed. I don't know if you can see, but I need better underwear for this one. Anyway, I love them because they are also light. They are longer than most of the shorts that they are selling right now, so that makes them okay to go to the office actually. Plus they match with everything. So then I got this other top. It is also very light and it's office friendly and it's also casual if I want to, and it was less than €7. So even though it's not my favorite top, I just had to get it because it's going to be very, very useful this summer. And I like that I can wear it on top of my shorts, which I regularly do not do. I normally tuck things in, but I don't dislike how this looks, but probably I would wear it like this and with a belt. But it's fine. I like them. By the way, all of that was from H. This instead is from Zara. Linen blend. It's just linen. They're just linen. They are a linen pair of shorts and a linen blend blouse, which is long sleeve, but I just kind of like the laid back look of this. I can roll up the sleeves. Maybe I can wear it when it's chilly at night, if it ever gets chilly at night, or when I go to the beach and I want something to cover myself, or when I want to cover from the sun. So I have my arms covered and I make sure that I'm not going to get sunburned. I can wear it tucked in, like open with a nice top underneath, or like the bikini, and the shorts like nothing special. They are just very fresh in a color that matches everything. And well, That's it from Zara. I actually didn't buy anything else from Zara. I thought I had gotten more things, but what happens is that a couple of weeks ago I did a very huge purchase at Shein. I do not like buying things there, but when budgeting is not budgeting that much, and I needed so many clothes because literally I have nothing to wear because I changed sizes. I just said, okay, let's buy tons of things and let's see what is like of a minimum quality that I can accept, because there are things that are like literally plastic, and I knew that was coming this week as well, and actually I received it yesterday night, so I didn't want to overdo it with Zara and H&M, even though I think that I bought like great amount of things that I'm going to use a lot. But this is easy. I like the fit. Dark side of having bought mainly things made out of linen or linen blend is that I'll have to steam all of these clothes. So it's going to be hot, but I want to look nice. And finally, what I think that's going to be my go-to summer dress. This one from H&M. I think it kind of looks like a pre-mama dress. Like I could have my baby here and it would look great. But you know what? It's very light. It's a length that it's not exposing myself too much, so I can move. And I like that. The air comes through, and I think it's very useful. Like I can dress it up a little bit or wear it more casually, so I think that I'm going to get a lot of use out of this dress. Last thing that I also got, but not from H&M or Zara, are shoes. I always struggle with summer shoes because I don't like Birkenstock for me. I love them in everyone, but every time that I wear them, I'm like, no, this is not made for me. So I don't know what sandals can I use because I don't really like what they offer, or I think that they are not comfortable. And then I think, okay, maybe I can wear some ballerinas, which are also flat, but then my feet sweat and it's like, what can I wear? So the other day, I think it was on San Juan's party, I saw a girl wearing abarcas, which are these shoes. Okay, these are typical from Menorca and Mallorca, like from the Balear Islands, and they are open. Like they are open shoes. Men and women can style them. And they are socially acceptable for maybe the office or to a restaurant in summer. So they are okay to wear everywhere. And they are super comfortable. So I just bought 3 pairs of them. I bought them in white, okay, which matches everything. Then I got them in blue because I got a lot of blue things and I think it's going to match. And also brown, more neutral tone. So now I have shoes for this summer, like 3 pair of them. I'm not buying anything else. That's enough. I have other like cute shoes, like more like a pointy things for the office, you know, if I want to make it more smart or whatever. But these for my day-to-day, and to have some shoes that do not hurt my feet, oh, they are amazing. So, as I told you, I already received the order from Shein, and really I ordered way too many things, and I just briefly checked them, and half of them I'll have to send them back. But I want to show them to you, but I'm not going to do it this week. I'm going to do it next week, in next week's vlog. Yeah, I think so. So that's it for today. Now I'm going to have lunch and I have to work this afternoon because then I have a meeting, and after that I want to go run again and maybe to the gym if I can, so I can do some strength training. I just need to relax and win, and running and going to the gym is kind of my meditation because I don't think about anything. Maybe like I'm just pushing for my life, like, oh, come on, keep going, don't die, that I don't think about my problems. So sports really help, making me feel relaxed, and now I'm in a very anxious era. So yeah, I think I'll try to work out this evening. And that's it. See you later. Hola chicas, it is Sunday evening. I have spent the last few days just going to cafes to get some AC because I have none at home. On Friday, I spent some time with my best friend, just walking around and going to some local places here in Barcelona. And then I spent the afternoon working on my freelance projects. Yesterday was more of the same, as we say in Spain, más de lo mismo. So morning in a cute cafe, getting some AC, and in the afternoon just working on my projects. And today I did the exact same thing. I have some exciting news, and it is that a friend of mine who was going to Sicily for vacation with her boyfriend just wrote me telling me that some friends that were going with them had to cancel because of something that I don't really know. So that if I wanted, me and Stefano were invited. So we said yes, as this next week will be my last before I start working in my corporate job, in the new one. And when I start, I'm going to be very busy because I have to do the job, like the corporate job, and then I have to keep my freelance job. So that will be like a lot of hours busy during the day. So I say just yes, because I don't really know if I'm going to have holidays in August or not. So we're going to Sicily. Okay, and I'm very excited for that because I'm going to get to see my boyfriend again, and I already miss him so much. All right, let's jump on what I wanted to share with you guys tonight. And it is the strategy I followed to land a job in marketing here in Barcelona in only 4 weeks. To begin with, I just wanted to remind you that I used to work in an agency and I enjoyed the job and it was a very nice environment. But unfortunately, some clients that had to come didn't, or they did not in the time that they should have. So there were some layoffs and I was affected by them. And that was very hard on me because no one gave me bad feedback. All of the opposite, like all the directors were like, oh, I'm very sorry that this happened to you. It is not because the feedback we've given. All of the opposite, it was a pleasure working with you. So anything that we can do for you to help you land a new job, let us know. I tried not to take it personally, and I think that I left the company in a very elegant way. I wasn't visibly mad at anyone. Of course, I was disappointed because after all of the efforts I've done during this past year in the agency, getting laid off with no bad feedback, that's just frustrating. So what I did actually was going to the office physically and ask all my superiors some feedback and tips for my professional career. So I spoke with my director, my direct manager, who was a person that I work with hand to hand, and some other directors from the company. And to all of them, I did the same questions. Is there anything that I can improve of what I've done? And also, like, do you have any tips for my upcoming jobs? I took all of that in, and I think it was a very smart move because all of them told me, Clara, if you need help finding a new job, let us know. We are more than happy to do a referral or to ping anyone that you see that we have in common in LinkedIn. And also, like, if you need a recommendation letter or whatever, just call, we're going to do it for you. So here it is what I actually did to land a job. First and foremost, and one of the most important things that I think that you should do is, before starting sending thousands of curriculums, just sit one afternoon, one morning, whenever, with ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to act as a HR executive. What I did was ask ChatGPT to make me some questions to see what are my strongest skills and also to see what it is that I enjoy the most doing. Okay, what I did was answer super honestly to all of the questions, like, this is what I'm good at, this is what I do not enjoy doing, this is something that I'm curious about and that I would like doing. And also talking about the conditions of the job. Like, is it close to my place, or do I want some remote job? I was like kind of balancing everything. So once that was done, what I did is, okay, now that you know all of my skills, what I like, what I don't, and what works best for me, could you tell me some of the roles that I would be a good fit for? Because in marketing there are a lot of names, like a lot of titles for jobs. Like, you can be a marketing specialist, you can be a communication specialist, you can be social media manager, you can be a social media strategist, you can be a brand strategist, you can be an account executive, you can be an account manager, you can be a copywriter, and all of them have very similar skills and duties. Knowing all the roles that I could do, I moved to the next step. I think that the way I approached this process was very marketing focused. What do I mean with this? Is that I approached it as it was a marketing funnel. So top of the funnel, attraction, middle of the funnel, consideration, and bottom of the funnel, converting and nurturing. What does that mean exactly? What I did at the beginning of all was, first of all, opening my Excel and making 2 sheets. In one of the sheets, what I did was make a ranking of the companies that I checked and liked and thought that would match what I was looking for. So I was aiming for very like high quality leads, or like companies that I know that any of them would match what I was looking for. Because when people is looking for a job, most of them, what they do is start sending CVs to anyone, and I think that that's draining, like all of the energy that you have to put in, and then the offers that you get or the processes that you are involved in, you do not like them and you're just losing time, and I didn't want that. What I wanted was aiming to my goal and just go and get it. So I ranked all of the companies that I liked. What did I do? In several columns, I wrote if there were any open positions in each of them. If so, which was the role and how did that role fit with what I wanted. It's not that difficult to do it. You can copy and paste the job description and give it to ChatGPT, the one that we used before, and that can do a ranking system and will give you a score. Other thing that I ranked is that I wanted a job that was close to my place, because in the last one I had to commute for 1 hour and that was very tiring for me. So this time I wanted something that was close to my place. So in one column I would write how far walking it was from where I live. Another very smart thing that I did was showing all of these companies with my prior director. Like, we had a great relationship and she was very open to help me in this process, and also to my manager, and asking them if they knew anyone working there, and also asking, do you know this company, how it is, how are their salaries, how is the environment, like, are they toxic, are they not, like, do they work like long extra hours, or is it a nice place to work in? And once I had like my top priorities, what I did was opening a new sheet, like another Excel sheet, and write all of the names of the companies that I was actually applying. So here we go to the first phase of the funnel, which was applying to these companies. I did not apply just on LinkedIn, no. What I would do was seeing if they had an open position, and if they had on LinkedIn, I would go to the website and apply in the website. But I wouldn't stop there. What I did instead was looking for people on LinkedIn that worked in a similar position as I do, or check who the HR recruiters were or the managers. And I would send a LinkedIn message to them. Of course, you have to have LinkedIn Premium, but I think it's worth it if you're looking for a job. Of course, please have a presentable CV. Make sure to highlight all of your hard and soft skills, and also build a portfolio so they can check some of your works. And if you have to, change the name of your role. Like if you're applying for a social media position, do not say that you're a marketing specialist. Say that you're a social media manager on your main title, okay? That works, and they very easily see that you're a good fit for the role they are trying to fill. All the messages that I sent were like, hey, I saw you're managing this position, or hey, I saw you work in this company and that you're a director or a manager or whatever, and I saw that you have this position open, or I just did an open application because I think that my profile would be a good fit for this position or for the company, and then highlight some of the skills, all right? Like your soft skills or some of your technical / hard skills. I wouldn't say that sending these messages make sure or 100% help you, but I'm 100% sure that they don't hurt. Because what I did is like, I just wanted to make sure that you get my application, because I know that you already got like more than 100 or than 200 or 300 candidates, and I really think that I'm a good fit. So I wanted to make sure that you saw my profile. And most of the times, or what I think that happens, is that maybe that person is going to tell, oh, I'm actually not managing this position, this other person is, so you know exactly the person you have to write. Or they will say, thank you for saying this, we'll check your profile, and if you're a good fit, then we'll send you an email. Plus, as I had asked some of my prior managers and directors if they knew someone in these companies, when I was applying, I would send them a WhatsApp like, hey there, how are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. Look, I'm really looking forward working with this company, and I remember that you told me that you know this person. Would you mind sending them a message so they know that I'm applying for this position, and if you can like give a little recommendation? Being honest, they offered to do it. Like, I didn't have to be very pushy with them. Anytime that I said to them like, look, I'm applying for this position or in this company, they were like, okay, I'm going to send a message. So I did all of these things, like applying, sending messages, and asking my prior bosses if they knew anyone in these companies, and them sending the messages in 1 week. Like, yeah, I think that took me 1 week. I applied to companies for a week, and I applied to a total of 25 companies, and all of them were like high quality leads for them. Like, I could have worked in any of them. Of course, I had my preferences, but you know, you have to aim for quite a lot of them, especially because a lot of them didn't have open positions, but I did open applications. During those 10 first days, I got some no's, but I also got 3 yeses. Like 3, all right, we think that you could fit in this position, or the one that I had done open applications that were like, oh, we like your profile, we are going to open this position now. Are you interested? Yes, no, boom. So that's how I got in 3 selection processes. And at this point is when we move to the middle of the funnel, which is the second step of the marketing funnel, which would be consideration. Now you have to sell yourself. You need to know how to sell yourself. Like, please, girl, prepare all of your interviews. Like, I don't mind if it is the first one with HR. Like, normally the first interviews are with HR. And I find them slightly easier because they are just checking that you're not crazy, that you know a little bit what you're talking about. They are not experts in the roles that you're going to fit in, because they are HR people and they have to hire like marketing people, IT people, strategy people, so they have to interview a lot of roles. They are not experts. You are the expert, so you just have to show confidence, responsibility, show that you're not crazy and that you could actually do the job and that you match a little bit of their values. So in these first interviews, what I do is ask ChatGPT, the same chat that I used before. Like I say, like what I do with the chat is saying, I'm going for an initial interview with this company, with the HR person. Could you please help me prepare this interview? And ask ChatGPT to summarize a little bit what that company does, what kind of projects they do. Also writing a small presentation about yourself, because they always say, all right, and who are you, Clara? Would you mind introducing yourself to us? So do not improvise that. Just ask ChatGPT to write a small presentation, so you make sure that you are highlighting the most interesting job experiences and also the best skills and the skills that matches more this position you are applying to. You now have your presentation. You read it sometimes before the interview, so you kind of know the words, but keep it flowy. And also ask ChatGPT, what are some questions that probably they're going to ask me? So then you know how to answer all of these questions. And most of these questions are, tell me about a time you were involved in a conflict in your prior job. How did you solve it? How did you manage it? Tell me the thing that you enjoyed the most. Tell me the project that was most exciting for you. Tell me why you want to change jobs. Tell me why are you interested in this company. So all of that, you can work it before, like just do not go there empty-handed. Do not forget that in this meeting you are also interviewing the company, because you want to make sure you are not going to a toxic place. You want to make sure that the values that they have, they match yours. So you have to ask questions. And you can ask ChatGPT, like, suggest me some questions that I could ask this company. Some examples would be, is it a new role? And if it's not, why are you looking for a new person? What are the skills that the perfect candidate have? What are your values? What activities do you do to make sure that everyone gets feedback? Or when there's a problem, how do you approach it from the company? Another thing that I like to ask is asking them, when are they expecting to fill the role? Because depending on the urgency, that can be a red flag or no. Because if they say, oh yeah, just come tomorrow, I don't like that. That probably means that they had to fire someone, or that someone left like this and they have to fill in the role quick. So they are not actually looking that you are a good match. They just need someone that can come and do the job. Maybe you have to work extra hours. So if they are in a rush, that's not good. Actually, when I asked some of these questions with the 3 companies that I have been interviewing with, some of them were like very green flags. Like, we have no rush. It is very difficult to find people that match the company and that can actually do the job. So we are not going to rush anyone. So as soon as we find a person that we like, we're going to ask the person, when is he or she available to join the company? And that was like, oh, I like this company. Another thing, and this may not be a popular opinion, is that I was very open with the layoffs that were in my company, because there are some tips over there that say, do not say that you do not have a job when you are interviewing, because that doesn't give you a lot of leverage to negotiate. But I'm not the kind of person that lies. I do not like to say, oh yes, like I'm working and I'm rocking at my job, then why are you interviewing? Like, it doesn't make sense. I'm not that person. So I was very open with this, that there were layoffs, and I actually explained why. That, look, we were expecting some clients to come in. They didn't, or not at the timings that we expected. So they had to fire someone. And I was the one less involved with client relationships. So it was me this time. But they have fired people before me, and they are going to fire people after me. And in marketing, and especially in agency, layoffs and getting fired are actually very common things. So if you are open with this and you say like, look, if you need, you can get a recommendation. I can give you the contact of my prior boss or of some people of my old team. They understand the situation. They actually say, oh, I'm sorry that this happened to you, or at least that's what they said to me. And like giving them the opportunity to talk with my old bosses, they kind of trusted me a lot. So in this first stage, what I did was making sure that I introduced myself, highlighting my strongest skills and also the most important job experiences that I have. I would answer their questions, and most of them I already knew the answer because I had prepared them before. And afterwards, I would ask them these questions that I just told you about. So in these three processes, I move forward the next step of the selection process. And here starts like the second stage of the funnel, which will be consideration. Like you have to think that they are the client and they are buying you, okay? So in the second interview, normally it is like a technical one. You will have someone of the team or your future boss, like your future manager or your future director, and they are going to ask like technical things. What did you do in this job? How did you do it? What tools did you use? Has this ever happened to you with a client? How did you manage it? So for this second interview, you have to be very, very, very prepared. It's very crucial, this second interview. And my recommendation, of course, is work it out before with ChatGPT. Like make sure you know how to describe all of your prior job experiences and what did you do in every job. What are the goals that you reach? Like put numbers. Like for example, don't say I manage social media. No, say I increase the brand awareness of this brand by a 40% from the beginning until the end of this project. That's something tangible that they see that, okay, she knows how to make things happen. One sec. If this interview goes right, like don't get me wrong, this is no strategy that works for everyone. Like you have to be good. Like come on, let's be honest. If someone is willing to hire a person and they are willing, if a company is willing to hire someone, they are expecting this person to be able to do the job. Of course, it depends if this is an entry-level position, junior position, or if it is a senior one. In my case, it was like more a senior position. So they have to make sure that you know how to do things. But if you answer all of these questions and then, of course, you ask some questions to them like, how does the team work? What's the team structure? How do you manage feedback? What are your deadlines? How do you work with deadlines? Or what are your current challenges? Or what would be the most urgent goal for this person? Like, what do you need? Hence, in what do you need help right now? Or what would be the goal of this person in the first month and in the first 6 months? And they will give you a lot of information with that. So you can get a lot of information from them. And here you can start asking about salary expectations and see if they match yours or not. What I recommend is giving a range. Do not give like a fixed number, just give a range. So if you did this interview well, like you knew how to defend and expose and share everything that you know, and you liked what they told you, probably you're going to move forward the next stage, which is what happened to me in all of these 3 processes, like with the 3 interviews. So next stage normally is a case study. Oh my God, I know, I understand that they have to make sure that you know how to do your job. So they send this case study that can take several hours. Like for me, it was 3 of them. And in all of them, I had to present some sort of deck. And that took time, because it is not only answering the questions, that is easier, but it also counts how you present it and the thinking behind all of this. So you have to do a lot of research before, if you can check how this company works and see if they have something published, something public, then you can check, adapt your answer to the tone of voice and the way of working of the brand of the company you're working with, and also the presentation, like PowerPoint, Canva, or whatever it is that you want to use. Like, use their colors, use their fonts, like make sure the deck you're going to present could have been done by someone that is already working in the company. You have to make sure that what you present, it's not only correct, but it's very also justified. Like, if you say an answer, add a paragraph or whatever justifying why you said that or why you suggested that. Okay, if you do that, probably you're going to move to the last stage of the funnel or to the last step of these selection processes. And again, I passed all of these 3 processes. One of them, I had to present it online. Make sure you practice before filming the videos. Make sure you know how to structure all the information you're going to say. Otherwise, even if the answer is correct, the way they get the information is disorganized, so the result is less attractive. Okay, so make sure you practice before. The other 2, I had to go to the office, something that I really liked, so I could see the office where I would be working, and it's an opportunity to start meeting some people, observe if they have good environment, and I think that you also have more opportunities to be likable, like choose your outfit, like choose how you're going to dress and present yourself. And also practice the presentation before, as I said, like you have to know everything. And also ask ChatGPT, like give ChatGPT your answer, your deck, and say, I'm going to present this now. What are some questions they could ask? And help me write some of the responses, some of the replies. So that's what I did, and they all went well. So summarizing a little bit, make sure your CV is polished. Send messages, ask referrals to anyone you know, like ask people to send them messages so they know that you are applying for this position and that you are not a crazy person and that you can actually do the job. Ask them to do it because it gives you social proof. And if you do not know anyone, whatever, just ask or write people from the company how it is like to work there, and maybe they could give you the contact of an HR manager or whatever. So that's the first thing you have to do. Other thing, make sure that you know the roles that you want to apply for, because motivation is going to be seen in these conversations. Also, make sure that you like the companies that you are applying for. And very important thing, you have to keep track of the companies you apply for. Like that Excel that I was telling you about is very important, because sometimes what happens is that you start applying like everywhere and they call you and it's like, oh fuck, I do not know where they are calling from. So just keep track of everything. And also when you start moving through these stages of the selection processes, write down information in that Excel. Like, this is the salary range they are offering, this is the urgency, this is the type of work, like is it remote first, is it office first job? Write all of those things down. And finally, the result of what happened to me. In one of them, they told me that they were not opening the position anymore, or some requisites that they were asking for, which were optional, now they were mandatory, and I did not know how to use that tool. So for now, I did not match the profile of the person that they now needed, but they said sorry because they changed and said that very soon they are going to open more positions, but wherever. In the second one, an agency that I liked a lot, and I'm kind of sorry that that did not happen, is that I made second place, that it was very hard for them to choose between me and the other girl, but at the end they chose the other girl. They told me like, oh, we actually think that you are a good fit for us, and we're going to open new account executive position soon. And they also say that I would also be a good fit for the social media position, but I cannot be waiting for them to open these positions to find a job. And then the last one, the one that I got the job, as I told you, they couldn't decide between me and another guy, and they finally decided to hire us both, which I feel blessed for that. And I have to say that this one wasn't easy because the last interview was 3 hours and a half. Oh my God. Like, oh my God, that was long. So that's what I did. And one thing that I forgot, when you do your interviews, you have to nurture your lead. What do I mean with that? Is that when you do an interview, you send a follow-up email or a thank you email, like, thank you for your time, or this interview took longer than it was planned. I thank you for making it fit in your busy schedule. They will appreciate that. And also, if they say that they would be writing to you, or that next week they have the last interviews, just send a follow-up email. Just remind how motivated you are for that position. What I do normally is, hey, I hope everything's fine. I just wanted to thank you for everything that we've talked since the beginning until this point. And I just wanted to say that if you need any more information or whatever before you make your final decision, I'm available. Here's my phone number. And I think that sending these follow-up emails show a lot of interest from you. And I think that makes you look better as a professional, because you're offering like to send them more info if they need and to facilitate their job. And it worked out for me. I have to admit that I think that I have been pretty lucky, applying in 25 companies, getting into 3 selection processes in the first week, and getting one offer at the end. I think that is out of the statistics. I think that normally you have to apply to more, but I think it really helped me just applying to companies that I really liked and that I knew that I was a good match and a good fit for the role or for the company. Nonetheless, I would recommend you to keep applying to other companies while you are in these selection processes, because it is very possible that you're going to get no offer out of 3. So just keep applying to companies. I did not, because I really like them and I had very high hopes for them, and it worked out well, but it could have not, and I could have lost a lot of time. Luckily, I didn't, and I am actually very, very, very happy with the position that I got as a marketing specialist in a company, not in an agency. And I'm just looking forward to start soon, and I hope I can do my job well and that I like the company and that they like me. And I really hope that sharing my experience can help you land a job in marketing or wherever here in Barcelona. And that was it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to see you next week. Just as a reminder, I'm going to be doing a summer comfy and elegant and very fresh looks and outfits. I'm going to be filming my spontaneous trip to Italy with these friends and seeing my boyfriend again. I'll just be enjoying my last week before starting this new job. See you there. Adios, chicas.